Hello everyone! In this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Samina Pasha's words. Today, we are going to start with news from the USA, because now Qasim Khan and Suleiman Khan are fully active and their crucial meetings have begun. We will give you the details about with whom they have met and what their plans are for the future. So, the Toshakhana trial, the case against Imran Khan, is happening at Adiala jail today. It was possible that the trial would be held today and everyone would meet as well. But as you would expect from this system, the trial went ahead, but the proceedings inside were unclear. The reason for this is that all of Imran Khan's lawyers, his sisters and media persons were waiting outside the jail. What happened inside is still unknown. We will tell you the reasons behind this. Alongside, we will give you an important update on the PTI movement and the activities that were planned for today. We will also share some important decisions from the courts. So, there's a lot to cover in this vlog. I request you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's begin with Imran Khan's sons, Qasim and Suleiman Khan's mission in the USA. Initially, they had met Richard Grenell in California, but now they have reached Washington, where they have had important meetings with congressmen. These include Wilson and a few others who have supported PTI in the past. If the meetings were limited to just these few, we would say it's just the same old campaign. But this time, the number of congressmen they've met is much higher. Qasim and Suleiman Khan have had meetings with around 8 to 10 congressmen, including media, Qasim Khan and Suleiman Khan meeting US congressmen, group photo with 10 US politicians, Pakistani delegation in congressional office, Wilson, the chairman of the board, Jim Costa, George Meeks and others whose names I didn't know because of various images that had been circulating. After meeting with these congressmen, they tweeted and also raised the slogan, "Free Imran Khan." This means Qasim and Suleiman Khan's trip to America could be very impactful, especially if they end up meeting Donald Trump, as the reports suggest. There are rumors that they are going to meet Donald Trump at the White House. If this meeting happens, it will be a major development. As I mentioned in the previous vlog, if Donald Trump himself gives a statement about the matter, it will carry significant weight. If the congressmen or cabinet members speak, their statements would be important too. But if Donald Trump speaks or tweets about it, the situation could take a different turn. This would be a major development. After this, it has now become quite likely that Qasim and Suleiman Khan will return to Pakistan after their visit to the USA. There were many rumors that they wouldn't return and that Jemima Khan had stopped them from doing so, but now it seems highly likely that they will come to Pakistan after their trip to America. They have also sent a message through Alima Khan. Alima Khan spoke to the media outside Adiala and said that they have NICOP, which is a national identity card for overseas Pakistanis. With this card, they are considered Pakistani citizens. Alima Khan confirmed that they do not need a visa. This means that since they hold Pakistani citizenship, they can come to Pakistan any time without applying for a visa and stay as long as they want. There are no legal hurdles for them to visit Pakistan. She also mentioned that if there are no further legal obstacles, the meeting between Imran Khan and his sons will be facilitated. The legal team of Imran Khan is working to get an official order for their meeting, as family visits to prisoners are allowed by law. However, it's not always a straightforward process. But it seems that the government has already stated that if Qasim and Suleiman come to meet their father, their meeting will be allowed without any hindrance. It now seems that the government will have to face this situation, even though they may not want to. The government is aware that if Qasim and Suleiman come and receive a big welcome in Pakistan and then meet with Imran Khan, the media coverage could be a game changer. After the meeting, if they brief the media, this could make a huge impact. It seems the government might have to face these challenges now. We are seeing an interesting development. Alima Khan has said that the brothers are eager to meet their father, Imran Khan, and she has also mentioned that Imran Khan is waiting for them. There were rumors about their possible arrest, but Alima Khan dismissed them, stating that they are not worried about any threats. If they are arrested, They are not intimidated by such threats. There was also a strange statement by Rana Sanaullah, who said that if they are arrested, it would actually be beneficial for their political career, because arrests in Pakistan often lead to political gains. He even mentioned Maryam Nawaz's political rise after her arrest. But these arguments seem baseless. Qasim and Suleiman are not coming to Pakistan to take over PTI or become leaders. They just want to meet their father, and their mission is to ensure that their father's fundamental rights are protected and he gets a fair trial. They want him to be released as they believe he is being victimized. Therefore, their purpose is not to become politicians or take leadership positions in PTI. They are simply working to ensure that their father's case is handled fairly and that their rights as citizens are respected. The ongoing statements from PMLN supporters might try to politicize this visit, but the fact remains that they are simply visiting their father and fighting for his rights. We might see more statements from PMLN in the coming days trying to paint this visit as a political move. But the truth is, it's a family matter and they are not here for political reasons. So let's see how things develop as their visit to Pakistan nears. This will happen, meaning their arrival in Pakistan. What kind of atmosphere is created above that? On the other hand, regarding Mr. Imran Khan's loneliness, it hasn't exactly ended. Because he was not allowed to meet his family or anyone from his circle, but to continue the trial, a judge has been sent to Adiala jail. Now, you can yourself imagine what kind of trial this is, where the lawyers are not allowed to enter, the family is not allowed to meet, and the media is also kept out. Everyone is standing outside, waiting by the gate of Adiala jail all day, hoping to be called at some point. But what is happening inside, which witnesses have been presented? What kind of cross-examination is happening? No one knows what's going on inside, and it's being said that this is a trial. Well, anything else might be happening in the world, but this cannot be called a trial. I would like to remind you that in the Safar case, a couple of times the Islamabad High Court had declared the partial trial that was happening as void and ordered a fresh trial. The only reason was that the trial wasn't open. The media had no access, the family was not allowed to meet. When their lawyers challenged this in the High Court, the court declared that trial void and directed for a new one. So, there are court orders stating that when a trial is to happen, the lawyers must be present, the media and family should be allowed access, and it should be a transparent trial. This would be called an open trial, not a military case trial, which can be held behind closed doors with no one allowed in. Even in military cases, at least the family used to be allowed in. Here the situation is such that even the lawyers are not allowed inside. Anyway, today's trial in the Toshakhana case, what more can we say about it? It is a mockery, a joke, that's all. And their clear plan is visible, because decisions are being made rapidly in the cases of 9th May, and punishments are being handed down in bulk. A wave is coming like a flood. Just as a flood wave is coming today, similarly, a wave of punishments is being handed down against PTI. They're being sentenced one after another, and it's not just limited to 9th May. Today, decisions were also given regarding the protests of 26th November. In total, in the 26th November protest cases, 12 PTI workers have been sentenced to 6 months each, and only one worker has been acquitted. Now, you can imagine that protesting peacefully in this country has become a crime. And on top of that, during the 26th November protest, PTI workers were subjected to violence. They were shot at, arrested, and tear gas was thrown at them. And now, those very people are being punished for protesting. This is a very alarming situation. And this credit goes to Irfan Siddiqui, who created a law last year stating that if a protest is held without permission in the capital, punishments will be handed down. The first sentences given under this law were for PTI workers involved in the 26th November cases, so now 12 workers have been sentenced. The aim of all these actions at this moment is very clear: to instill fear in people before the upcoming protest on 5th August. To make them believe that if they protest, there will be consequences, and demoralize the workers so that they don't step outside. This is why the rapid sentencing in the cases of 9th May and 26th November is happening, in the hopes of intimidating people into not participating in the upcoming protests. Later, Alia Hamza was present in the Lahore High Court and also attended a lawyers' convention. After that, she held a rally with the lawyers in Mall Road, Lahore. There was a large turnout, and of course PTI workers were also present. So there were sizable activities in Lahore, Rawalpindi and a few other cities in Punjab. However, the overall situation in Punjab remains somewhat calm, with programs still ongoing. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, workers are still holding conventions and rallies, and it seems that people are coming out in large numbers there too. However, in Punjab there are raids and arrests after every protest or rally, which is why the activities there are less frequent. For instance, in Lahore or other cities in Punjab, whenever a rally or activity happens, house raids and arrests follow. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, after rallies, such incidents don't occur as often, giving them more leeway. On another note, a major political event was held today, and people were gathering for a condolence meeting at a location for Mr. Hassan. At this meeting, Mr. Hassan spoke about the cases from 9th May and expressed his anger, particularly regarding the case of Dr. Yasmin Rashid. He was furious about her sentence, saying that in no country in the world can such a punishment be given. He argued that in the recorded video she was stopping people from going to the protests, and now she is being sentenced to 10 years. How is that possible? She is ill, an elderly woman, and what could she possibly do to destroy buildings? He was extremely upset over the situation. Lastly, there was discussion about how cases from 9th May have been manipulated. One person, for instance, is accused of crimes in different places simultaneously: Dera Ghazi Khan, Mianwali, Lahore and Faisalabad, being present at all those places and committing crimes at the same time. This has turned the cases into a farce, leading to a complete victimization of those involved. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.